Welcome back to the deep dive. So last time we touched on this idea that real English fluency, it doesn't just come from sitting at a desk, right?
Exactly. It's more about, weaving English into the bits and pieces of your everyday life.
Even those moments you might think of as like dead time, commuting, waiting.
Precisely. And our sources really emphasize how efficient that is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need huge blocks of steady time. It's about integrating it, making smart shifts.
And that's what today is all about, getting really practical.
Mm-hmm. The how-to.
Yes. So our mission for this deep dive, using the great sources you've provided, is to give you the actual tools, flexible ways to build routines, and some really great real-life stories.
To basically empower you to turn, your whole life into an English learning space.
Think of this as the fast track to getting up to speed on this. We've sifted through the info for you, ready to dive in.
Let's do it.
Okay. So when we talk about making English part of your life, truly on the go, what's that super powerful teacher we all carry around?
Has to be the smartphone.
Right. Often totally overlooked for language learning.
It really is, but our sources position it as like a dedicated fluency machine if you use it right.
So let's get into that. What are the top tools? You mentioned 10 key ones.
Yeah, let's walk through them and connect them to, actual daily situations.
Perfect.
Okay, first up, Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Pretty obvious maybe, but great for English learning podcasts, stories, interviews.
Things you can listen to while you're doing other stuff.
Exactly. Commuting, exercising, even just relaxing. It shifts passive listening towards active immersion. Your brain just soaks up the sounds, the rhythm.
Without feeling like hard work.
That's the idea. Okay, second, YouTube. But specifically, think about downloading videos.
For offline use.
Right. Find channels with real conversations, good subtitles if you need them, watch people speaking fluently, then download a few. Watch them on the train, waiting somewhere, no data needed.
Good tip. What's next?
Third, flashcard apps. So Anki or Quizlet?
I've heard of these. Spaced repetition, right.
Exactly that. It's scientifically based. The app shows you stuff just as you're about to forget it. Super efficient for vocabulary.
So how do you fit that in?
The sources suggest quick bursts, like 2 to 5 minutes while you're waiting in line. For coffee, at the checkout.
Oh, I like that. Turning those little waits into something productive. Okay, number 4.
Number 4, your Notes app, Google Keep, Apple Notes, whatever you use.
Taking notes.
Well, yes, but think of it as your personal English notebook. Jot down new phrases, sure, but also your own thoughts, reflections, all in English.
Interesting.
And a cool trick is using voice typing while you walk. Just speak your thoughts in English, turn walk into a writing session.
I can see that. Okay, 5.
5, your phone's voice recorder app.
Recording yourself feels a bit awkward, maybe.
It can at first, but it's so valuable. Record short reflections in English, practice saying new words and sentences, just talk about your day.
Why is that so helpful?
Builds confidence like crazy. And you can actually hear your progress over time. It's solid feedback.
Makes sense. Okay, we're halfway. Number 6.
It's Netflix or Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But with a specific method.
Not just binge watching. No. Well, kind of. Use it for listening and shadowing practice. Shadowing is where you try to mimic the dialogue right after you hear it.
Okay, how?
The sources recommend a 2-pass method. First watch subtitles on N. Get the meaning. Then watch the same thing again, subtitles O off F. Really focus on listening, try shadowing the lines.
Turns entertainment into active practice. Clever. Number 7.
7. Language exchange apps. Think HelloTalk or Tandem.
So talking to real people.
Exactly. Find native speakers, chat via text or voice. Honestly, even a 5-minute chat can be more useful than an hour with a textbook sometimes.
What if you're shy about speaking?
Start with text, build up confidence, then maybe try voice messages, then live calls when you're ready. Low pressure.
Good advice. Okay, 8.
8. More official resources like BBC Learning English or VOA Learning English.
I know those. Good for learners. Yeah, they often have news or lessons in slightly slower English, transcripts, examples. Perfect for a quick read or listen during a break. Reliable stuff.
Okay, nearly there. 9.
Number 9 is interesting. AI chatbots, like ChatGPT.
Using AI for practice.
Absolutely. It's a zero-pressure conversation partner. Practice daily chats, ask it questions, get corrections. It won't judge you.
That's actually a really good point. No fear of making mistakes.
Exactly. Great for just trying things out. And finally, number 10. Might surprise you. Your alarm app.
Alarm? How?
You can customize the alarm messages, right? So set one for the morning, like, good morning. What are you grateful for today? Say it in English.
Oh, I see.
Or an evening one, evening review. What English did you learn today? It just builds these tiny, consistent habits of thinking and reflecting in English.
Wow, okay. That's a really comprehensive digital toolkit. 10 tools right there in your pocket.
Ready to be used.
But here's the thing, right? Having the tools is one thing. Actually using them, weaving them into your day without it feeling like another chore. That's the tricky part.
That is absolutely the key challenge. It's not about finding hours, like we said. It's about finding those smart minutes.
So how do we do that? How do we build a routine that fits?
Well, the sources suggest focusing on what they call the 3 golden moments of the day. It's a framework for a flexible plan.
Okay, golden moments. I like the sound of that. What are they?
First is the morning boost.
Just 10, maybe 15 minutes?
What do you do?
Could be listening to a short podcast segment, reading just one paragraph of something in English, or even just thinking through your plan for the day in English, out loud or silently, sets the tone.
Okay, short and sharp. What's the section moment?
Midday momentum. Another 10 or 15 minutes, maybe during your lunch break.
And activities.
Watch that short YouTube video you downloaded. Maybe do a quick shadowing session with it. Review your Anki cards. Record that quick voice memo about your thoughts. Mix it up.
Right, keeps it fresh. And the third, the evening wrap-up. This one might be slightly longer, maybe 10 to 20 minutes.
Winding down.
Yeah, reflecting. Ask yourself, what did I actually learn or practice in English today? Maybe you write like 3 simple sentences about your day. Listen to something relaxing in English, a story, a guided lesson perhaps. And maybe quickly plan what you'll do for English tomorrow.
Okay, so if you add those up, morning boost 10:15, midday momentum 10:15, evening wrap-up 10:20, that's only, 30 to 50 minutes total per day?
Exactly. Totally manageable for most people. It's not about overhauling your life.
And crucially, what if you miss one? Or even a whole day? Life happens.
Absolutely. The sources stress this. No stress. Don't beat yourself up. The key is just consistency over the long haul. Show up again tomorrow, even if it's just for 5 minutes.
Consistency over perfection. That's the mantra.
Definitely.
Okay, these tools, these routines, they sound great in theory, but do they actually work for real people? That's always the question.
And that's where the stories come in. The sources share some really inspiring examples. They make it tangible.
Let's hear them. Who have we got?
Okay, first there's Maria. She's an office worker in Brazil. Felt like she had 0 time.
Common problem.
Totally. But she started using her 30-minute commute. Listened to English podcasts, repeated phrases out loud.
And the result?
After just 4 months, she was handling calls with international clients confidently. That commute time, which was dead time, became her main learning slot.
Wow, that's a fast transformation. Okay, who else?
Then there's Ahmed, a chef in Egypt. He brought English right into the kitchen.
How did he do that?
While cooking. He'd describe ingredients in English, talk to himself about the recipes, the process, just narrating his work, basically.
And the payoff.
He now leads kitchen tours for English-speaking tourists, turned his daily work into his practice ground.
That's fantastic, using what's already there. One more.
Yep. Lena, a student in Indonesia. Her shift was interesting. She realized she was spending ages scrolling TikTok.
Familiar story.
So she made a conscious switch, started watching English YouTubers instead, used AI chatbots to practice chatting.
Did it feel like studying?
That's the key. She said it didn't. It just felt like using her phone differently.
Yeah.
But her grammar improved significantly. It became organic.
Okay, those are powerful examples. Maria using her commute, Ahmed in the kitchen, Lena swapping, scrolling for learning.
It shows it's adaptable, right? Different lives, different routines, but the principle works.
It really drives home the point. If they can find ways to fit it in and see those results, then you, listening right now, you absolutely can too.
That's the message. You now have this whole toolkit. You've got a flexible way to schedule it in, and you've heard proof that it works.
Knowledge is one thing, though.
Application is everything. Understanding is great. Doing is what makes the difference.
Absolutely. So as you're thinking about all this, here's something to maybe mull over for your own journey. You've got the tools, you've got the schedule idea, but how will you keep it going?
Mm-hmm.
How will you stay consistent, especially on those days where you just don't feel like it, the boring days?
Yeah.
And how will you consciously mix in fun, keep it engaging so you don't burn out?
That's the ongoing challenge, isn't it? Maybe the first step is just picking one thing.
Yeah.
How could you start applying just one of these ideas? Maybe starting today or tomorrow morning. What's the smallest step you could take?
Just pick one tool, one moment, try it out. We're genuinely excited for you to take these ideas and start making English a real natural part of your life.
Go make it happen.
Make fluency your reality. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dave.